And we are rolling. Tonight we have UFC Fight Night Jourdain versus Allen, my picks and predictions as well as the breakdown, not the actual fights obviously. At the time of this recording it is Wednesday and we have the fights coming up on Saturday, October 18th. As I scroll down this card, I think it might be exciting, but I have no idea because I haven't seen the card at all. How I'm going to do picks, for those that don't know, I'm Coin. I do picks just because it's fun, and I've been watching the UFC now for over 12 years, every single event as well as other MMA promotions and stuff like that, boxing, bare knuckle stuff, you know, like BJJ. I love all combat sports really, but mostly the UFC, especially these days. It's mostly and primarily about the UFC, so I'm doing my picks now. We've been off to a very good start on the channel, with my picks being around like 66 to 75%, and usually pretty good with the methodology as well. So we're gonna check out these fighters on SureDog, and we're gonna tap into Tapology to select the fighter so that we are held accountable for our picks, because sometimes y'all especially in the YouTube shorts, y'all get a little bit freaking sensitive. Y'all some sensitive boys, huh? Oh, I'm so sorry I hurt your heart with my pick, you freaking sensitive bum. But anyway, we start off at the bottom of the card with Melissa Croden versus Tainara Lisboa. We are going to check out their records real quick. This is how I do it. You just utilize a little bit of intuition as well as the prior knowledge of every single freaking event I've ever watched before. Except, you know, as I look at her record, I've never seen her fight. This is LFA. I haven't watched too much LFA in my life, but I've seen a few events. But anyway, Melissa Croden versus Tainara. So 6-2. She's 34 years old, 5'10", 34, from Brazil, 7-3. And we all know Tainara Lisboa because she's been in the UFC for a few fights now since 2023. And then she took a whole year off in 2024 and lost to Luana Santos in 2025. Let's check out Luana real quick. I also like to make sure I look at these to refresh myself. And yeah, that's a fine loss. Well, wait, Casey? No, Casey, King Casey. Yeah, Casey's good. Yeah, I was thinking of a different girl, I think. So she lost to, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Tainara Lisboa, the Thai Panther. She's also 34 years old. She's 3 inches shorter, and they're fighting at bantamweight. But she's more tested. She's beat Jessica Rose Clark, who wasn't ever really great, but she's always been a tough challenge, I would say, Jessica Rose Clark. And then whoever the heck Ravena Oliveira is, I guess she's, okay, that was her first fight. She lost her, okay. Now she's fighting again in the UFC. In fact, this Saturday. Okay, interesting. We're gonna come back to her later as we lock into this pick. Yeah, and she's lost by decision. She's lost by submissions, and she's only got one submission on her record. Split decision there. Who did she submit? Jackie McLean from Palace Athenas. You know, like is Lisboa really that good? Like, my intuitions just tell me Lisboa because she's a more known name, and she's also fought and lost to people like Norma Dumont, who's like a heavier weight class. Norma is 145, although I guess she makes 135 now, right? I don't know. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But like, because I'm just looking at this lankiness, 5'10", and they're fighting in Canada, right? Rogers Arena, Vancouver. I'm about to change my mind, I think. Like, cause like, I mean, and she's from she's coming out of LFA, and she's TKOing girls as well. I mean, you know, it's LFA, but yeah, I mean, she's like 8-7. This girl, she freaking KO'd, 36 years old. Like, I mean, I might have to go with the Canadian girl, even though, I don't know, man. This is what happens when people make their UFC debuts. It's like, sometimes I typically like the veteran most of the time. Just makes more sense. The competition she's fought, yeah. I mean, man. This is already tough. I've already been rambling on about the very first freaking card on the fight on the card. Honestly, screw it. I'm gonna go with the taller, leaner. She's not younger. She's younger. She's younger by almost a whole month, or even more than a month. Yeah. All right. The younger girl, Canadian. It's in Canada. Probably just like decision. Maybe she can use her length to hold back Tainara, Lisboa, and get the W. I don't know. Like, I feel like Tainara might win, but I'm gonna go for that girl right there. Look at her. She just looks like a winner to me. As we move up the card to Azamat Bekoev versus Yousri Belgaroui. What the heck? Belgaroui. I've never heard that name in my life. He's from Netherlands, so he's a Dutch man. Okay, I mean, maybe. I mean, he looks Dutch. See, that doesn't sound like a Dutch name to me, though. Right? Is that an immigrant's name? Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's pop open Google and Google Azamat Bekoev. These dang names. Alrighty, here we go. Azamat Bekoev, Kingpin from Russia. Yeah, he beat Ryan Loder and Zachary Reese. Zach Reese is like kind of overrated, but he's not bad. He's definitely not too bad. All right, the groin kick thing. Ridiculous. Cedricus Dumas was like, I can't feel my right ball. Dang, brother, that must suck. But anyway, okay, so he is good. I think immediately I just see his record 20-3 versus 8-3. This guy's from Tunisia, so he's fighting out of the Netherlands. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why his name didn't sound freaking Dutch to me, and I couldn't freaking pronounce it, even though I can't pronounce all Dutch names either. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, he just won in Contender Series last year, September. Nah, you're dead, bruh. I'm sorry, man. Azamat's got your ass. He got your number and he got your ass now. Alright, Azamat via KO, round 1. He's gonna blitz him, dead. I mean, how does this guy lose? He's only ever lost by decision. He's 6'5". Interesting. So Azamat's just gonna throw a bunch of overhand rights. Words and such, you know. Sometimes they get all tangled up. As we move up the card to, I selected them. Yeah, round 1. Let's see. I forgot. We're supposed to check what each, the tail of the tape after I've made my decision, my selection. Yeah, most people have Lisboa, as I suspected this would be the case. But it's actually a little bit higher for Croden than I thought, almost 30%. I'm choosing Croden just because it's like she's taller. I've never seen her fight, and I've seen Lisboa fight, and she's not really special, but I do think she's not bad, Lisboa, from what I remember. And tail of the tape for Azamat Bekoev. Yeah, most of us got him for a 71% via KO TKO with a total of 93% for Bekoev defeating Yousri Belgaroui. I can't. I'm saying that so wrong, and I know it. I don't give a shit. Oh well. Next up on the card, we have Stephanie Luciano versus Ravena Oliveira. Let's see. Yep. Let's do what we normally do. I'm going to do this for every single fight. We're taking our time. I'm in no rush because I love doing these picks, and we make some pretty good picks. Alrighty. Right here. We drag this on over. There we go. Stephanie Luciano. She's 6-2. Let me close these other tabs. I got all these tabs open. And she lost to Sam Hughes. Isn't Sam Hughes a man? Isn't there literally a man in the UFC named Sam Hughes? Hold on, dog. Nah. Sam Hughes. I mean, it brings up Sam Hughes, the woman. Is there not a man named Sam Hughes in the UFC? I might be thinking of someone else, dog. But sometimes these women be like men anyway, so, you know, like, can you forgive me for that one? I'm sure you can. As we check out their... Okay, she got a split with Sam. Sam's a tough girl. And she's from Brazil. They're both from Brazil then. 28, 25, 5'6", 5'5". 7-2 and 6-2 for Stephanie Luciano there. I'm just flipping between each of these pages for those that may be listening to audio only. Yeah. Tainara, yeah, she lost it. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember this fight. I must have seen it because I've seen like every single freaking event, but I don't remember the fight, which probably means it's not good for her in my mind. Plus, she's well, being a little bit older at 28 isn't that bad. That's fine. Oh, 135, and she's 115. What weight class are they fighting at? Straw weight? Hold on. Straw weight. And she's fought at 135. It's interesting. Sometimes those weights aren't always right, but sometimes this is a thing. Like, this is like what they last weighed in at or whatever a lot of the time. I mean, it could have been. Because what's Tainara? No, she's a straw weight too, right? Oh, she's a bantamweight? I've been watching for 12 years. That means I know a whole lot of fighters, man, and they all just drift away. You can't contain that much information in your brain. You can't. Not for something you don't really do for a living, right? Okay, I mean, I'm going to go for Stephanie. Be a decision. Let's see what other people have. Yeah, 86% say Stephanie Luciano via decision. Okay, that seemed like a little bit of an easier one in my mind. As we move up the card to Kyle Prepolec versus Drew Dober. Man, Drew been disappointing me though. He's such a sturdy guy, but then he's getting beat up. Now he's not sturdy. Like, he's less sturdy now, I guess. Let's Google their things here, their records. Kyle Prepolec, however the heck you say that. Don't forget to hydrate your mouth with water. So he's from Canada, right? That makes sense. 18-9, 36 years old. Oh, that ain't boding well for you, son. Kill shot, Kyle Kill Shot Prepolec. He lost to Benoit Saint-Denis. That's fine. That makes sense. But then he's also... Oh, he's fought prior in the UFC. So he got kicked out after losing twice to Nordine Taleb and Austin Hubbard. Okay. And Drew Dober, look at this. 2 TKOs in a row. And then another one down here by Matt Frevola. I feel like before Matt Steamroller Frevola, before him, Drew Dober was actually not getting knocked out, right? Is that true? I feel like he never got knocked out until the steamroller rolled over him. And now his brain's softer and his skull is as well, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean... He's getting KO'd lately, dog. 36 as well. He's also 36. How tall is this guy? 5'10". Okay. Man. I think it's gonna be Drew, though. It's like... Who the heck is this guy? This guy doesn't win nothing, dog. He's from Canada. That's why they put him on the card. But sometimes you can't really find enough people from that region that are good. As well as, like, put on a good... matchup, right? Like Drew Dober's a good matchup for him in the sense that it's more exciting than anyone else they could have paired him with, I guess. Pretty much, I think. But then he's still gonna lose in Canada, right? Because like they just don't have enough talent coming out of there, in my opinion, to really do the same thing they do with like the Mexican card, Noche, UFC, and with the Brazils, the Brazils, and with the Brazilians, like the Brazilian card that just happened. Like they usually set up the fight so that the home team wins, right? Not, you know, obviously there's always a chance for the other person to win, of course, but they usually try to tailor it just enough so that the hometowner is the winner in that sense. But when it comes to this, like Canada, there's not enough talent to really do that while still making a good matchup, right? Because they could put him up against the bum, but then you don't want to watch this guy fight a bum, because who is this guy already, right? You don't want that. You want Drew Dober. So it's gonna be Drew. I think Drew's gonna humiliate him. Well, how does this guy lose? Decision and submissions. Does Drew ever really get submissions? 6. That's not bad, but like recently at all? Mostly KOs recently. Yeah, his submissions came from before the UFC, I think. Or, no, that was him getting submitted. Yeah, going way too far back now. Yeah, okay. Well, so I'm not going to go with submission, but a lot of the time that can happen with lower competition is like you hurt him and then you submit him. That could happen, but I'm going to go KO. Say like round 2. But I could also just see it being a decision for Dober. Just going to a decision. I could see that 100%. Dober, most people do have him by KO, TKO. 79% of the total 85 that are picking Drew Dober. As we move up the card to Danny Barlow versus Jourdain Santos. Danny Barlow versus Jourdain Santos. Top of mind right now, I'm thinking it's Danny Barlow. Danny Barlow. Bring that over here. Close some of these other tabs. Danny, left hand to God Barlow. He just lost to Sam Patterson via KO. Right. I might have been thinking of a different guy. He got a split with freaking Nikolai Veretinikov. Dang. A split with that guy? Oh, wow. But he did... I mean, Josh Quinlan's not good either, though. Maybe not Danny, man. This guy's 28, Jourdain Santos. Jourdain Shakur Santos. 30, 6'2" for Danny Barlow, and 28, 6'2" for Jourdain Santos. Okay, 3, 4, 3. Yeah, it's Danny. Yeah, I mean, like, you freaking Thunder fight. What the heck, dog? And you lost to Osman Diaz? Yeah, it's Danny. Oh, Danny boy. Okay, KO. Round 1. He's gonna blitz him, get him out of there fast. Let me see. I mean, he's only lost decisions, but again, that doesn't really mean anything when you're going up against somebody that can KO you. Yeah, most people have the same thing here as we enter the tail of the tape. Barlow, 92% overall, 72% of that 92% say KO. As we move up the card to Bruno Silva versus Hyun Park. Bruno Silva, sure dog. Here we go, pulling up his record now. Bruno Bulldog Silva, 35 years old, 5'4". Okay, Joshua Van, he got KO'd by Manel Kopp. 2 understandable losses in round 3 for each of those. He beat Cody Djorden, Tyson Nam. Okay. Yeah, 14-7. He's like, yeah, you roll the dice, you gonna win or lose. I'm not sure, man. Let's see, Hyun Park, Peace of Mind. He just lost to Tatsuro. Oh, this is the kid that has like the goofy face. In my mind, his face looks a little bit goofy, like a little bit innocent. And Tyra, yeah, he cranked on him. But I didn't even realize I've been watching this kid fight in the UFC prior to that. Right? That's wild. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna win. He's gonna beat Bruno. I don't think Bruno is really tough enough. It's like, yeah, he's getting older. This kid's hungry. He's coming off a loss. This kid, Young Sung Park, 29 years old, 5'7", a few inches taller. He's gonna use his range, his lankiness, and he's gonna decisionate Bruno. As I said, that Bruno's not tough enough, but he's tough enough to last a decision. As we look at the tail of the tape, most people have Park, 87% overall, 51% say KO, and only 25% say submission or decision, as I'm saying. As we move up the card to Charles Jourdain versus Davey Grant. Go ahead and open that up right there. Charles Jourdain. He's also kind of another 50-50 fighter. Sometimes you win, sometimes you loses, right? 16-8, yeah, there you go. Boom. The same kind of record as we just saw. 29, 5'9" for Charles Jourdain. 39, 5'8" for Davey Grant. Davey Grant is a tough guy, yo. He's a dog. He a dog. I feel like when it comes to tough fighters, even if they have less skill, man, sometimes they just take those wins. I mean, a lot of the time they just take those wins. I mean, he's older, but this is bantamweight, right? Yeah, they're fighting at bantamweight. Dang, Charles, you gonna lose in Canada to a guy that's 10 years older than you, man? Maybe. I don't know. How does he's lost by submission. Does Charles get submissions? He does. But who? Let's see who he's submitted. Ricardo Ramos. I guess that's okay. Ricardo just got submitted the last event again. Prone Gracie. Who else? Lando Venata. Lando, like, he was such a big prospect coming in, and then he just shat the bed constantly. I don't know. This is a pretty good matchup, I would say. But, like, I feel like most people expect Charles to probably win, but I don't know. Davey's like a tough guy, man. But this Damone, and he got a decision with Damone. Oh, no. You know what? Because look at this. Let's look at Damone Blackshear's record. Oh, Davey Grant. Damone Blackshear. Okay, he's on a 3... I mean, before Davey Grant, he was on a 3-fight win streak. Okay, well, okay. I guess he doesn't get KO'd a lot. He has only been KO'd once, Damone. Why did I think he was getting KO'd constantly? Just because Montel Jackson did it, I guess, and Montel Jackson's like... That's not a KO'er, man. That dude don't KO nobody other than freaking Damone. But I guess, yeah, I mean, that's not a... That's a more impressive win to me than with Davey than with the Damone win. And Ramon, this guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's like people are gonna lean heavy to Charles. I'm gonna go with Damone, or not Damone, with Davey Grant here, and he's gonna get like a decision. Yeah. Either that or maybe Charles is going to submit him. I don't know. I feel like Charles can do something like that to Davey. But if he doesn't submit him, then Davey's going to win a decision. Or he's going to hurt Charles at some point even. Maybe. Wow. As I open the tail of the tape, it's 50% exactly for each of them. That's why it felt kind of 50-50 for me too, huh? And most people think decision either way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 50-50. That's an interesting fight. I'm going with Davey because of the toughness. Like, that toughness is just going to lean into that 50%, push him into, like, 55. And then Charles Jourdain is going to be having another loss on his record, I guess. As we move up the card to the main card, we begin with Kyle Nelson versus Matt, the Steamroller Frevola. Pulling up their records now. Kyle Nelson, UFC. Bring that over here. Kyle Nelson, the monster. He looks like one of my friends, kind of like he could be his brother. Like they look so similar to me. They, anyway, okay, 16-6, 34 years old, 5'11". That Frevola is gonna be like probably like an inch or two shorter, like 3 inches shorter, right? He's 5'9". Okay, 2 inches shorter. 35. What is this picture? What is this picture, dog? With this Sherpa jacket, this cheap, almost looks like faux leather, but maybe it's real leather. It's like lambskin. Lambskin can sometimes look cheap. Like you see all the ripples and stuff in the leather because it's real thin. You just tear it. Oh man, I hope you're not watching just audio only podcast because that's a funny picture that you will not be seeing. Okay, so Kyle Nelson got by Steve Garcia, makes sense. Okay, Guy Herbert, Billy Quarantillo, and Duho. Oh, he went to a draw with Duho Choi. That's an interesting one. But Steamroller is a tough guy, but he's been losing. KO. Makes sense, I guess. But he also KO'd Dober that one time. Crazy. Terrence McKinney got KO'd by. He went to a decision with Armin because Armin's boring. Armin don't do shit, dog. He's just playing the game. He just wants to play the game and then expect title shots off being boring as shit. Like, brother, this is prize fighting. I understand that you're at the top of the rankings, but you born like that and you canceling fights and stuff, dog? What the heck is your problem? Anyway, yeah, I can't really see. Man, I mean, I can see it. I can see Matt winning. I mean, because he's tough, dog. Like, that's the thing with these tough guys. Is like, I usually like to choose the tough guys, but just based on him getting, like, KO'd in his last two, and he almost always gets KO'd, I guess, when he loses. And Nelson does KO sometimes. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go with Nelson. I think Kyle Nelson's got it. He's from Canada as well. He's got to be one of the Canadians that wins. And he's going to KO the Steamroller in round 2. I was thinking round 1, but maybe round 2. I mean, when does he normally round 1? Like, when does he normally KO people in round 1? Let's go round 1. Yeah. Statistics, dog. Most people do have Frevola to win by KO. Like, honestly, I can see it. I can see that happening because he's freaking tough. Tough guys, man. Just as I chose Davey Grant against Charles Jourdain because of the toughness, and I feel like that pick makes sense. Like, honestly, I kind of want to pick Frevola, but I don't like to change my picks right after I've just picked them. So nah, I won't. As we move up the card to Cody Gibson versus Aoriqileng. Let's go ahead and pop their records open. Cody Gibson. Sure, dog. The Renegade. Cody Gibson. 21-11, 38 years old. Quite a bit older than I thought he was. And Aoriqileng, the Mongolian murderer. 32, 5'7". Okay, 6 years younger, 25-12. They both have pretty, like, steep records. They've both fought a lot. Aoriqileng goes to decision like a motherfucker. Crazy. Huh. Okay, bantamweight. He just lost to Damone. Dang. But he doesn't get submissions, Aoriqileng. Damone submitted Cody. I don't remember how the fight went. He probably, like, clipped Cody or something like that, if I had to guess. Chad and Helliger, Brian Kelleher. Decent win there. Miles Johns lost. Brad Katona lost. Tough guys. Okay. Yeah. Then Aoriqileng, he lost to Raul Rosas Jr. Aiemann Zahabi KO'd him. Aoriqileng, no contest with Daniel Marcos. Cody Djorden he lost to. Jeff Molina he lost to. beat some random guy named Cameron Else and Jay Perrin. Oh man, nah. I mean, Cody's older, and typically I don't feel like you should be older in these weight classes, right? 38 years old for Cody Gibson, but he's probably like fresh. He's a fresh 38 years old, and he's probably gonna take Aoriqileng by submission. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I don't have faith in him getting a submission on him. It could be decision for Gibson, but I feel like he's gonna put on a show. It's round 2. Grab some kind of arm or something, or leg. Most people, by just a very small percentage, 4% more, at 52% overall, have Gibson. And yeah, 48% for Aoriqileng. Yeah, the decision makes sense. 10% say submission there. Yeah, I mean, decision makes... now I'm going to stick with submission. As we move up the card to Manon Fiorot versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Yeah, oh Manon. Oh Manon. I'm sorry, girl, but you gonna get wrecked by Jasmine Jazz. As we pull up their records, we look at first Manon Fiorot from France. The Beast. Yeah, she's 35, 5'7". Yeah. I mean, look at that. Look at that record. She only lost her very first fight by split. Then she went on a huge fight streak, win streak, 12-fight win streak, until she met the champ and the GOAT, Valentina Shevchenko. Yeah. Don't forget to hydrate your mouth. Opening up Jasmine's record. Jasmine Jasudavicius. She's 36 years old. 5'7". Yeah, both about the same height. 14-3 versus the 12-2 that Manon has. Jazz is just a freaking baller. Like, she's gonna wreck this girl, man. She's gonna wreck her. She's gonna freaking wreck her. I don't know if she's gonna get like a... What does she usually get? 2, 4, and 8. I think it'll probably be a decision, but she's just gonna take her down for the most part. Even if she's on the feet, I think Manon's gonna be scared of Jasmine's strikes, because Jasmine, she might not be like super technical on the feet, but she's a brawler. Like, she'll bang it out, man. Like, she's one of the few fighters, like female fighters, that I like really have a lot of respect for, just because her fight style is so good. Like, she is trying to freaking win. She's trying to win, and like, I understand how that sounds. Maybe like if you don't think about this stuff too much, like, of course everybody's trying to win, but no, man, she's trying to freaking win. There's a different energy about it. So we're going decision for Jasmine Jasudavicius. Look at that, 65% say Fiorot by decision. 65%. Wow. And Jasmine is the slight underdog in this fight. 35% of us are choosing her by decision. Wow. Well, 69 of that 35% by decision. Wow. I don't know. Manon's not like, she's not about that life, man. She's not. You know, I'm not saying that I don't see her winning. I can see Manon winning. Like, he keeps Jasmine on the outside. I'm pretty sure Jasmine has lost that way. Like, basically, probably from Tracy or something, where she basically just like hit her off from the outside constantly and she couldn't really take her down. Don't really remember that fight too much. I'm sure the same thing happened with Natalia Silva there. So, like, Manon kind of has a fight style that could probably do that to her. But I just feel like Jasmine's just going to go for it. And Manon's probably going to get taken down or something, man. Like, she's just going to get it, man. As we move up the card to Marlon Vera versus Aiemann Zahabi. Marlon Cheeto Vera. Pull up his record right there. And yes, he just lost to Old Man Figgy, John O'Malley, and Corey Sandhagen in a splitty. Yeah, he's not a killer, man. I mean, like, you see, you do see, like, he has 18 finishes out of 23. That is good. Like, that's freaking good. But, like, he doesn't fight like he wants to win. He fights like he's looking for a chance every moment. I mean, what's her name? Valentina Shevchenko, the GOAT, was the one that mentioned that the fighters coming out of this team, maybe it wasn't his team, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he trains with the same team as Alexa Grasso. Anyway, but like, in my mind, he's kind of, he probably doesn't, but in my mind, he's kind of the same. Like, he's a chance fighter. He's looking for a chance every time, and he gets them a lot. Like, that one kick he got on Dominic Cruz was slick. He was losing that fight, I'm pretty sure. From what I remember, he was losing it. He's gonna lose a decision. This is what round 4 right there, and then he got a head kick on Dominic Cruz. I think that he was losing. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong on that. And let me check out Aiemann Zahabi's record. So Marlon is 32, 5'8", and Aiemann is 37, 5'8". Let's see here. Jose Aldo, yeah. I mean, I guess Aimann's only lost once by KO, huh? Spinning back elbow. Yeah, I mean, I got Aiemann. Because Marlon's not a killer. I feel like if he had a killer mentality, and again, like, he does get a lot of finishes, so I'm not saying he's not a finisher. I'm saying he's not a killer. Like, you know, I mean, I already explained it, but yeah, like, I mean, that's the only reason. It's like, if he was an actual killer trying to kill these guys, I think he would kill Zahabi. But if he's trying to play the game, trying to look for chances, Aiemann Zahabi's not the guy that's going to give you those chances, right? He's just going to pick you apart in certain ways. And he might get hit himself quite a bit too. But I'd say Aiemann Zahabi via decision. Yeah, 60% of us say the same thing, and the vast majority of that, 91%, say it's via decision. As we move up the card to Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. Malott? I think it's Mike Malott. Kevin Holland. See here, pulling up his record now. Alrighty, 28-14. He just lost to Daniel Rodriguez, but in a decision. And Daniel's a freaking banger. He's one of those tough guys I'm always talking about. Vicente Luque, he got him good. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson. And they're fighting at welterweight, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Because Mike, 33, 32. Mike is 6'1". Mike is a year older, huh? Right, Mike. I always think of Mike as like being a young kid for some reason. He's only a couple years younger than me. But yeah, let's see here. 6'1", 170, 12-2. The Neil Magny one was bad for him. Honestly, yo, he does not have a good enough record to beat Kevin, I don't think. I don't know if he has enough upward trajectory to beat someone like Kevin Holland. Because even Magny got him that one time. He was just lying on the ground, like, just he didn't know what was going on or something. It's like his soul left his body for a moment. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland via KO or something, man. Maybe even submission. How does Mike usually win? Submission and KO? That's interesting. He's a finisher too, man. But like, Kevin doesn't really get finished. I mean, 2 and 4, but 8 decision losses. Like, he gets finished sometimes, but not really that often, and only by, like, usually, as you can see, Renier de Ridder, this is a weight class up. And Roman Dolidze, a weight class up. Who else? He went to a split with the champ, you know, the current champ, Jack Della Maddalena. And I guess that would have been in 170. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with although he did, yeah, freaking Stephen Thompson was one of the ones that got him out of there. Corner stoppage. Steve, yeah, that was a good fight. Kevin Holland, yeah, man, good fight. I'm gonna choose Holland via KO. I think he's gonna get him fast. I feel like Mike is just not gonna know what's happening or something, man. I don't know. Let's see. What do other people say? 55% say Holland. And you can see, if you're not listening audio only, that this is split down the middle, basically. The KO, submission, or decision for Kevin Holland. But yeah, I got him KO, but I can see submission too, honestly. Like, I can almost always see submissions, especially by guys that know BJJ, if they're good strikers, because I always imagine them hitting and hurting the guy and then getting submission, which happens very often in fighting and the UFC in general. As we move up the card to the main event of the evening, ranked number 4, Reinier de Ridder from the Netherlands versus Brendan Allen from Canada. I thought he was American. Is he not American? Wow. That's even a bigger L for Canada tonight, huh? I thought Brendan Allen was American, dog, the whole time. He seems like an all-American boy. Like Mike Malott is Canadian to me, for sure. Anyway, we got Reinier de Ridder via, like, any way he wants. KO, submission. Well, we're still going to look up their records, though, because it just makes sense. We've done it for every single fight so far, and we shall do it for the main event proper. Reinier de Ridder, RDR, from the Netherlands, 21-2, 35 years old, 6'4", fighting at 185 pounds. He just beat Robert Whittaker via split decision. Wait, what? That just happened? That was a thing? Was it a split? That's interesting. Huh. But anyway, yeah, Bo Nickel before that got KO'd. It took 2 rounds, though, which is interesting. Kevin Holland. Yeah, and he gets mostly submissions, 13. Yeah, I mean, Allen loses usually KO or decision. And Brendan Allen Brendan Allen also only gets submissions. Not only, but primarily gets submissions for his wins. But he's not as big, he's not as hardcore. Yeah, I mean, I could see him lasting a little bit. Maybe like 2 rounds. No, it's a main event, yo. It's 5 rounds. I'm gonna say Brendan can last 4 rounds or something. Like, he's just gonna be exhausted, and then RDR's eventually gonna get something on him. Probably something like that. Let's see what other people are saying. 93% have de Ridder, and it's split 3 ways down the middle for the method in which he will get it. Yeah, I could see submission round 4. As we finally save our picks, we have 3 days left for it. Every time I've made these videos prior, I forgot to hit save, and I would have to watch my own video and see which round and method I was choosing for every fighter, because I'm not gonna remember that crap, man. That's a lot of freaking stuff to remember. As I hope you remember to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, check out my VPN. It's been popping in and out on the other side of the screen. www.coin.me. That's Coin's most excellent VPN. There's also a crypto option where you can just input an email. Bang, bang, you got a blazing fast VPN real quick. This was UFC Fight Night de Ridder versus Allen, with all of my picks in the breakdown. And come talk some crap, because I feel like people only talk crap about specific picks. But it's like, bro, if I'm getting like 9-3 and like having 66% of my right picks be the correct round and method, how the heck are you crapping on my picks, dog? Oh, you're only choosing favorites, one freaking random guy said in my comment earlier today. You're crazy, man. You're crazy, dog. Anyway, yeah, good night.